Hello everyone, welcome to this utterly sweltering Tuesday. I hope you are utterly sweltering because I certainly am. I'm going to try and keep this video nice and short because none of us want to swelter any more than we have to, do we? Now, Nia, the author of Surviving DEJON, has just dropped a really interesting TikTok and I'm going to play you some of it. Now, what amazes me about this TikTok is she starts off the TikTok as an apology to the content creators whose videos she used in the trailer for the book, right? But then, midway through, she issues a public statement, if not challenge, to DEJON, telling him to come forward and face the allegations she's made. And what I find amazing is she's actually said to him, if you don't, I will drop receipts about everything I've said in the book, because she says she has them. I'm going to play you the clip. Now, it is quite long, right? It's about 4 or 5 minutes. I hope you don't mind me using it, Nia. I'm talking like she's literally sitting in the room with me. Quite weird, isn't it? But I just wanted to say that because this is very interesting. She's going to talk for about 5 minutes, and she's going to cover quite a lot of ground, but we'll start where she starts to directly address DEJON. And I think what she says is interesting, and it may answer some of your questions you've had about the book and Nia herself. So here we go, have a look at this.
This last message is a direct message to you, DEJON. I want you to take back what you said about my book being a lie. I also want an apology that I rightfully deserve. Or the next thing I'll do is provide receipts. And of course I have receipts. I don't want to give receipts, but that's what the public want because they need proof. And the last thing I wanted was to even tell the story in the first place. I felt like I had to, but I really don't want certain videos, certain messages, certain pieces of proof circulating the internet. It will be very hard to get rid of it after, and it's the last thing I want. But I will do it because the last Fs I gave, I got rid of that when I released that book. I have no Fs left to give. So please don't call my bluff because I will prove to the world that everything is true. And you know it's true. Not only do I have receipts, but there are witnesses. Witnesses that already came out, which I had to actually try and hide in the first place. I don't understand why you would lie about that, but anyways, I deserve an actual apology, not a stupid staged ping pong match. And to the women that don't believe me, ask yourselves why. To the people that are saying that no one was talking about me being with him, I'm just gonna leave this here. This is just one person, just one out of the many people that were harassing me. And I hate that I even have to do this because I shouldn't have to. But then again, look at the people that came out before me and look how they were treated. So I don't know why I would have thought that I would have been treated any different. People never believe the victim, and people always want to side with the oppressor. For what reason? Your guess is as good as mine. So the people saying I only did this for money, which is really not the case, can I just ask you, would you go to a bookshop? Would you just walk into a bookstore, Barnes & Nobles, and buy Harry Potter for free? Would you tell the woman that created Harry Potter that her book does not deserve to be priced? We should get it for free because you wanted to tell us this story. Sorry, what? She actually wanted to tell the story. I, on the other hand, did not want to tell this story. I felt like it was just necessary for me to tell the story so that I don't have people telling my story for me and then making up lies, saying I'm related to him, saying all the rumors that were going around in college, which were so untrue. I felt like this was my only choice. To one, be able to get money to defend myself, because you know you can be done for defamation of character on regular videos too. And this was my only way to be able to really go into detail about what happened, because it's not as simple as we were just together one day and one day we weren't. No, there was so much pain in history that needed to be explained, that people really needed to understand. So that even people that felt like how I felt, they have somebody with a voice and somebody that is going to advocate for them. That had to be me. I never thought that this is the way my life would go, but I'm here now, and I'm not going to hide in the corner. I'm not scared. I would be scared if I lied. If I lied, I would have just put the book out and just left it out there. I would have put the book out for like £3 because I know everyone would have bought it. If you really want to talk about tactics, I got over 1 million views on that. If just one person gave me £1, that would have been £1 million. But no, I really was not just trying to put it out there to just spread hate or false information. I really took my time in this book. I could have made this book 20 million pages longer, but I didn't. If anything, I held back in the book to save what little he had left of his reputation. I could have gone off. And you know I could have gone off. At the moment, my book is $14.99. I don't think I'm going to price it up or down for now. Eventually, it will be on Amazon, so it will be a lot easier to find, and that is most likely when more people will hopefully understand the truth, and more people will be able to defend me and not fall for the silly games that he's going to play. Social media is so draining. It can be so painful, and it can be really hard to read certain things that people are saying about you. This I understand now, because now people are doing it to me, and it is very sad, and it is very, very difficult to watch. But at the same time, I know who I am. I know I'm a good person. I know what my intentions are, whether the public can see my intentions or not. I know who I am. This truth being out there is just as damaging to me as it is to him. So be kind to everyone, but also understand that running away and deflecting is not a good response, and it's not appropriate for this kind of issue at hand. Like, this is a very public issue at the moment. It's very controversial. So just don't make things worse when they don't have to be.
And what I thought when watching this was, people have said lots of good things about Nia, and a lot of people have said very nasty things about Nia. But when I watched this, I thought, she's smart. Because she's addressing a lot of the things people have said. She's addressing the possibility of libel. She's addressing the possibility of being sued. And she obviously thought about this more than I think people have given her credit for before she did the book. So people who said, well, she's just in it for the money, she just did this because he's suddenly famous. I think to myself, well, I think what she did was she amassed all her evidence and made sure her evidence had clear receipts with it, and then wrote her book, it would seem. And I think that's a very clever tactic. So if it does get to any sort of litigation, she can prove the accusations she has made. But also she said there's even more. She said I could write millions of pages about what happened. So it suggests that there's also stuff there she didn't write about that she could also write about and have proof of that too. So I found that really interesting, and I hope DEJON is going to take up the challenge here. I hope he is going to say, you know what, I am going to respond, because if I don't, it looks worse. And again, she says what I said in my video, that it's a frivolous reaction to this is his video with the ping pong bat. It's so frivolous, it's so silly. And also he mentioned in another TikTok I saw, DEJON with Meg, saying he's going to move in with Meg. And I just think after hearing all this, I really hope Meg thinks maybe I should just take a breather and have a think as to whether I really should move in with this man. It's very quick. If I was you, I'd put the brakes on it. It's never too late to think about what you're going to do. Have a breather. Say to him, look, I need to think about this a bit. Don't move in together yet would be my recommendation. But I'm sure lots of people won't like me saying that. Let me know what you thought of what Nia said. And let me know what you thought of her and the way her pattern of thinking is in this video, because I think it proves that she is much smarter than a lot of people are giving her credit for, which I was actually quite happy to see? And do you think DEJON is going to respond? Now, moving on to other things. Now, I have to say, guys, the Love Island cast, the Love Island winners, have been really quiet. You know, we've had Tony saying she's, you know, kind of overwhelmed. We've had Yasmin saying she's stepping back a bit from social media. So they've all been a bit quiet. We have had no news of a reunion. I know that, I think Ben was on the other day saying there is going to be an impromptu reunion, I think on Thursday, but it's not going to be televised or anything. It's going to be them gathering somewhere in London. So that'll be all over the place because they all try and live stream it from their phones, don't they? So we've had no info on a reunion. But I have to say, right, Harry has been producing some great TikToks about his life after the villa. I wasn't expecting it to be Harry. But here's one he put up a few hours ago of this event him and Shakira went to, which I think might be at his house. We'll talk about it in a minute, but have a look at this.
Let me show you, lovely lot, how we ended up exactly like this. Let's take it back a few hours. My closest friends and family had all gathered to give us a nice, warm welcome home. Here we come, through the hideaway, hand in hand. Tony and Cash bringing up the rear. I can't believe my pals shouted this, though.
We love you, Cash!
The grub was absolutely out of this world. Pick of the bunch, probably the fish and chips for me. No idea what was in these cones, but I had 5 of them for good measure. A couple of Love Heart inflatables, and of course, a load of Speedos. What about that for a cake? Hideaway back in the mix. I will not be spending a second in there. We had to give Tony her first proper WKD. Rite of passage, her being here in the UK. Couple more snaps, then a little cake cutting action. Felt like I was at a wedding. We're not quite there yet. I've seen a couple more mojitos off. Me and Shakira getting a little bit handsy. Steady. Then it was the main event. Time to get the TikToks underway. Cash is trying to teach me how to move, but he's got his work cut out, if I'm being honest. Tony then showed us some of her waitressing skills. You can take the girl out of Vegas, but you cannot take Vegas out of the girl. To be fair, she's definitely still got it. We thought it was only right to recreate our iconic jump in the pool, straight in the Love Heart inflatable. Come here, you, give me a snog or two. Hell of a day, hell of an evening.
Now look, I don't want to seem like I'm judging or that I'm jealous. But when I watched that video, I thought, how wealthy is Harry? Was anyone else thinking that? Guys, that looked like a wedding. I mean, the food, the cake, the property, the pool. Is that Harry's house? Does he own that house? Do his parents own that house? I was like, wow, Harry, you've got money. Your house looks nice. You've got a nice life. And listen, I'm not one of these people who gets jealous of rich people. I'm like, listen, if you've got your money, and you got your money the right way, enjoy your money and do fun stuff with your money because, you know, money comes, money goes, and we all work hard to earn it. So enjoy it. If you got lots, enjoy it. I really don't mind. But I was like, wow, Harry, man, you got money. So well done you. That cake looked really nice. The food looked nice. The pool looked nice. I mean, I'm thinking about a pool a lot on a day this hot, guys. Wow. So there we go, guys. I mean, Harry's done some other TikToks. If you have an opportunity, go on his TikTok channel and watch them. Because he seems to just have a knack for putting them together. And they're fun, they're breezy, they show the other islanders, you know, mucking around and being silly. And I really enjoy them. They're ironically really wholesome. And when you think about the way Harry behaved in the villa, it was anything but wholesome. But he comes across as wholesome and lovable. I think this is definitely Harry continuing his redemption road, guys. Just wanted to leave you with that, cheer you up a bit. Have a lovely evening. And I'll catch you again for another video soon with hopefully a bit more information on what these guys are up to. Because they're all going very quiet, very quickly, which can often be quite a bad sign because you don't want things to cool off so rapidly that there's nothing really to report anymore. I mean, it may happen, but if it happens, it happens. And if things do start to happen, I'll let you know. But that's the way it is for now. And now, goodbye.